Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we're gonna talk about wire leaders. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We do a lot of tips and tricks videos, such as this one. We cover everything from ultralight to big game, everything in the middle, including fly fishing. In fact, this leader is something that I used a lot in fly fishing. So, yeah, let's get down to it. I do my wire a little bit different in that they're kind of short. So I start out with a piece about that long, okay, like so. Now it's kind of difficult to actually do this, so I'm gonna be zooming in and out, and I'll try to have everything in focus as much as possible. Very first step is connecting the mono to the wire, and I fold the wire such like that. Get my mono, okay, and we're gonna zoom in just so you can see how things are done here. Now I'm gonna go in and out of autofocus because I need this to be very clear. Now you start from the bottom, you go up the loop like so, and then give yourself a long tag to work with, and then see if it's here, okay, and then I do about 4 turns. Okay, so we went from the bottom, now we go from the top going down. Okay, and then you pull your mains. Now, as you can see, I formed a loop here before turning. That keeps the mono behaving and making the knot real clean. Now, as you snug it down, you'll see that it'll compress, giving you a very clean knot. You need a pair of pliers to pull on the tag to compress the knot even farther. Now, most important part here is to cut your mono as close as possible and your wire. It's not gonna unravel because the wire doesn't move. So you end up with something very clean like that. Okay, I'm gonna show you the knot. So as you can see, it's very clean, okay? That's not going anywhere. Now, this bit here with your snap, and you need a snap for this because it'll give extra movement, especially with the wire. As you can see now, my wire is actually quite short. It's about 6 inches, and we'll end up with something shorter than 6 inches. And this is a casting leader, and it is to give you just enough protection so that when your lure gets bit, there's some wire there to protect it from getting cut off. Okay, so here's the wire. I just loop it like that, loop, and then turn 2 times like that. Go back into the loop like that. So you can see it's formed a figure 8. And then the trick here is to tighten with this end, and then pull on your leader like that. Pull tight. So you can see it forms a knot that doesn't kink. And then all you have to do is just cut the tag, and cut the tag again as short as possible. I'm gonna cut that as short as possible, and it's helpful if you have bolt cutters such as this, so that it cuts it cleanly. Okay, and now there you can see no kinks, and the leader overall length is just about 5 inches, as you can see there, or just shy of 13 centimeters. Okay, so very useful leader for casting. I've also used this for trolling, and it works well. Obviously you can scale it up or scale it down. I'm using 20-pound nylon coated wire, and this is Japanese. I think it's made by NT Swivels, and works really well. You can use other wire, even uncoated wire with this method, and I have used that in the past. Works really good, very stealthy, and works really well. All right, also pretty fast. So without me explaining, I could do this in under 3 minutes, or if I'm in a hurry, under a minute really, because yeah, I mean, the system is so easy to do. All right, you could do it on a boat even when the seas are kind of rough. That's why a roll of wire, and this is pretty much the wire that I use most of the time. I use thicker wire such as American fishing wire. This one is 90 pound for the bigger stuff. And this whole method works really, really well for all of the wire types except for single strand wire. Alright, so that's it for today. Really hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one.